little. Spread the toes, pull the tummy in, and then just lengthen up the spine. Now let's roll the shoulders up, back and down. Just while you're doing that, I'm just going to change my camera angle because I've got a lovely shot of my feet and none of my head. There we go. Hands on shoulders, bigger circle. Breathe in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Let's go right arm, slowly turn the head, open the chest. Come on down, left arm. Eyes following hand, please. And right arm. And left arm. Lovely. Gripping the pelvis, soften the knees, and move through pelvic tilt. So drawing the belly button in towards the backbone. Softening down the tailbone. Two more. And last one. Lovely. Pull up through the thighs. Come on into side bend. So pulling up on one side. Reaching away on the other side. Trying to keep the pelvis still. So pull the belly button in. Tighten up through the glutes. If everything's okay, let's go over the top. Lengthen. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Couple more. And last one. Come on down and release them. Super, let's come back to feet parallel. Tummy in, tuck the tail, soften the knees, palms up for weight up. So we're going to shoulder squeeze, extend, palms up if you can. Come on down. And come in. Guys, if that feels okay, rotate. As you extend, lift the heels up and balance. Come on down. And in. Let's go again. Open. Reach. Balance. Come down. Couple more. Last one. Lovely. Relax. Give it all a shake. Let's go right foot in front of left foot. Hands on shoulders. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Rotate upper back. Breathe in. Come center. Breathe out. Rotate. Breathe in, come center. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lovely. Push the arms forward. Bow and arrow, hand to hip. And reach. And pull. Last one. Lovely. Drop the arms, change legs. Tuck the tail once again. Fingers to temples lifting up. So come across to the corner of the ceiling. This is not really about being a waist bend. This is about trying to challenge yourself off center. Come on up. So it's not got to be a big movement. And you can let the hips go if they want to go, but tighten up your glutes. Come to center. you're really struggling, put a bit of distance between your feet. Breathing into bend. Definitely have to tighten your glutes for this one. I'm going to do 2 more. And last one. Lovely. Arms coming down, give them a shake. So just to release through the back, open the chest and breathe in. Extend a little bit if you can. Give yourself a hug and just roll down the upper back. Roll back up. Open the chest, extend, inhale. Close, exhale. Rolling down the spine once again. Go a little bit lower if you want to. Rolling up, let's have 2 more. Keep changing arms. Inhale. Exhale, hug and roll. Uncurling. And last one. Inhale. Exhale, hug and roll. And then come on up. Lovely. Release the hands. Take them on the tailbone for a hip hinge. So now the spine's not moving at all. Shoulder blades drawn together, tummy in. Knees soft, hip hinge. So nice flat back coming down. Breathing in. Coming up slowly, breathing out. Lovely, keep that moving. Slow hip hinge, breathe in. Coming up slowly, breathing out. Last one. Come all the way up, release the hands, let's just come into a squat, release the hands, so float the arms, breathe in, breathe out, come up, can we come up onto the toes and balance? Let's keep that moving, weight tracking back into the heels, coming up onto the toes. So let's just have a couple more of those, moving slowly, squatting and heel raising, and then we'll try them on our hop. So you got 1 more round there, slow squat, slow heel raise, and then please bring in your hug, and we'll stand on the smooth side. So you want it so it rocks forwards and backwards. I'll come on a diagonal so you can see. Step up. Take your feet wide. Sit back and squat. Brace the abs and hold. Rock. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Lengthen. Tip the hug forward. Come on down. Sit back and rock. Lovely. Keep it moving. So you're going to rock there. Come on up and stretch, and then we'll try it the other way round. So only if you feel confident, bring your feet together and turn yourself a quarter so your hog now rocks right and left. And just have a pedal there so you can see how much action it's got in it. Feet are wide, sit back, squat. Hold, and rock. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Now balance and lift your heels off the hog if you can. Come on down. Sit back and squat. Rock slowly. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on up. Lengthen. We're going to do 2 more sets. If it's too much, go back to round the other way. Coming into our last one. Woo. Finish it off with a heel raise. Take your time. And then just pedal the feet in that vertical position, please. And then bring your feet together again. Little shuffle round the other way so that it rocks forward and back once again. So we're going to do a single leg balance. So you do want your feet fairly close together. I'm going to take my right leg in front, lift it up, flex and point. You can do this standing on the floor if you want to. Rotate slowly. Go the other way. And relax. Forward and lift. Flex and point. Rotate. Go the other way. Come on down, little pedal, then we do a single knee balance. So feet together, slide one toe, lift the knee. If you're able to, open the arm and turn the head. And then close up slowly and step down, changing sides, toe slide, knee lift. Balance. Open the chest and close. And just give me 2 more at your own pace there, please. Lovely. Pedal the feet, and then we'll step off the back on one foot and we'll stretch the hamstring. So small step, hip hinge, down we go, hands are on the bent leg, lifting the tailbone, and then just rocking that hog slowly, all the time lifting the tail, feeling the stretch running all the way down the back of the leg. Uncurl, change legs, heel on, sit back, chest down, lift your buttocks, rock the hog. Uncurl the spine. Brill. Just push that hog off to one side. And then come on down, let's just release that lower back. So squat, hands on legs, and just focus on the pelvic tilt there. So lower back, moving through flexion and extension. Let's just have a couple more. And uncurl. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come into a full roll down. We're going to do our downward dog plank press up. So with or without your mat, depending on on what kind of floor surface you're on there. Let's start with a partial roll down. When you're ready, arms coming up, inhaling. Arms coming down, exhaling. Nodding, rounding and rolling. So just come to whatever level feels correct for you and then have a sway. Take some breaths and roll up through a curved spine. Head is the last thing to come up. So no longer hip hinging, rolling down and up the spine. Breathing steadily as we go. Rolling down a bit lower if you can. Once you're down there, maybe holding the elbows or swaying the arms. Taking some breaths. Guys, from there, if you feel okay to walk forward into downward dog, join me there. If you're happier doing a few more roll up, roll downs, that's fine. Pressing the weight back, pedaling the feet. Lovely. Push both heels towards the floor and hold. They don't have to touch. Nice long stretch for shoulders and hamstrings. And then transfer your weight forward into plank. And you can hold the plank on hands, knees, elbows, whatever feels right for you. You can do a toe tap off the side or a hand tap to the shoulder. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to drop to my knees for press up. You might be able to do a full press up. I'm going to do mine on my knees. I'm going to do 4. You do as few or as many as you want to. And then we'll come back through downward dog. We'll walk the hands towards the feet. And we'll uncurl the spine. And then we'll just continue to move through those 4 positions at your leisure. So spending as much or as little time in those positions as you want, but do make sure you spend enough time for it to be effective. Staying engaged through the core. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So I'd like you to keep moving, and I'd like you to give me one more set of whatever option you have chosen. So we are not in a rush. Take your time in all of those positions. And then you can join me on the floor when you're done. But before you come to the floor, adjust your camera angle, please. Pop down your mat and gather all your bits together. So once you're set up on the floor, we're going to roll through the spine. It's going to just continue to move. spine. Maybe release the wrists, maybe take the hands to the ankles. Just coming into a shell stretch and taking some breaths there. So let's bring the hands under the shoulders, support the body weight, and uncurl the spine. Lovely. Let's bring in the hog and kneel on the smooth side. So we want the hog rocking forwards and back. We're going to put the knees together in the middle. Got a nice firm base. And then hands are coming under the shoulders and they are shoulder width apart. Pull the tummy in, make sure the back isn't arching, nice flat back. Let's start with a Superman on the right arm and the left leg, please. So just moving slowly through Superman on the right side. Stay here. Give me 4 more, please. Excuse me. You're going to hold this next one out. Take it out and hold. From here, small range, move diagonally. So the right arm is going to the right corner, the left toe is going to the left corner. Then come back to center and parallel. So moving across and away horizontally into the hip and the shoulder girdle. Keeping the supporting arms soft, the shoulders square to the floor, the hips square to the floor. Give me 2 more on that side. So arm and leg moving out, horizontal to the floor, moving from the hip and the shoulder. Last one. And come down. Guys, have a little stretch of the spine. Release your wrists if you need to. And then come forward, setting it up on the left, breathing in. Breathing out, extending, left arm, right leg. So the first thing we're doing is just moving forwards and back, up and down, hovering the hand, hovering the knee, extending arms and legs to the wall on an out breath. Good. Guys, next one extends and holds. Get that arm and leg quite straight. And then move them horizontally to the corners and back. So just the hip and the shoulder joint are moving. Everything else is still. Give me 4 more. Exhaling to move. Inhaling to level up. 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. Come off the back of that hop, please, and then stretch any way you like, cat or shell. Hands under shoulders, support the body weight, uncurl the spine. Lovely, let's have a look at thread the needle. Let's use the ball and get nice big range around the shoulders. So ball coming into the right hand, left leg extending, and we want the left leg to straighten with the toes under so the hips are stacked. When you're ready, extend up, please inhale, eyes follow ball. Then we roll through the hole, arm is on top of the ball and it's rolling towards the elbow and the shoulder. Lovely. So it's a long, slow, deep roll. And although we've got lots of strength work happening on this left arm and shoulder, the emphasis is really on the rotation, nice deep rotation for the upper back. Inhaling to open. thread through, body weight staying forwards. Good, couple more on that side. As your next one, roll through and hold if you can when you get there. So come all the way through if it's not uncomfortable. Rest and hold there. Take a couple of breaths. Press into your left hand, pull back. Super, change that. Right leg is out, toes are under, weight is forwards, tummy in. Left hand pushing up, eyes follow hand. Come on down, thread through the gap. Body weight falls into the ball. And into that right arm. So eyes following hand as you move. Got extension, rotation and flexion. Got strength work happening in the right arm, and we want minimal movement through the pelvis. As your last one, can you roll through, drop onto the ball and relax. Take some breaths there. Press into your right arm and pull through. Good, get rid of the ball. And let's have cat or shell. Just take some breaths there, please. Draw the arms in. Uncurl the spine slowly. Lovely. Come on down onto your back for me, please. Get some head support if you want it. Lie down. And then hug the knees in. And just draw a circle with the pelvis. Both directions. Lovely. So let's start with a little bit of hip opening. So knees are hugged in. Can you brace your abdominals, peel your head and shoulders up, look towards your knees, and from this pulled in position, extend the leg. And then change slowly. So we have got some activity in the upper abdominals because the head and shoulders are lifted. But what we're doing is we're stretching the knee in the back of the hip and we're stretching the front of the hip on the other side. If it all feels okay, give me a rotation. Go shoulder to knee. Breathing out to stretch. Perhaps you can go fingers to temples and go elbow to knee. So not going into a tabletop, focusing on that really big movement around the hips there. Good. We will come to a tabletop in a moment, but for now we're going 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on, in and down, and slide the legs away. Arms going over the head, and then just take some breaths there, please. Bring the arms over and draw the legs back in. Lovely. So this time, let's have a look at the legs in tabletop, but can we use the chi ball? So chi ball under the pelvis, nothing under the head. hips, elbows down, brace the abs. We come up to that tabletop. Shoulder blades are down. Let's go single leg stretch. Now really draw down, check that your pelvis is stable. And if you're okay with that, extend your arms up, but press your shoulder blades into the floor. Palms are facing inwards, please. If everything's okay there, can we start to scissor opposite arm to leg? Your focus is on lengthening and recruiting into those deep lower fibers of the abdominals, please. Super, well done. Keep that moving, nice and long and slow. 6, 5, making sure that knee only comes over hip. 4, 3, 2, oops, and 1. When you're done, guys, come on down, stretch to the four corners. Allow the back to extend, allow the hip flexors to stretch, and take some breaths. Bring your arms over, please. Draw your legs in one at a time. Take your ball away. Maybe put it under your head, get your head block, whatever you want to feel comfortable. And hug the knees in, and let's have a circle here. And the other way. And then feet on the floor, wide as the mat, arms out. Excuse me, just windscreen wipe the knees right and left. Super, come to center. Let's have one more here. Take your ball between your knees or feet. Extend, knees stay soft. Imprint the pelvis and the spine into rotation. Start with hands on rib cage, dropping the legs to the right 45 degrees, coming back up, going the other way. So your guide is that you just want the bottom 1 or 2 ribs to be leaving the mat, no more than that. And then if that feels okay, fingertips to the ceiling, shoulders imprinted, arms moving in the opposite direction. Now go to the point where you do feel slightly wobbly, because then you know you're really challenging the balance. But obviously we don't want to fall over, but we don't want to feel nothing at all. Just give me 1 or 2 more, please. We started right, so finish with legs left. And then get rid of that ball, come on down. Heels come close to the bottom. Can you just give me some short range pelvic tilts there? Just into the back of the pelvis, into the hips. Lovely. When you're ready, roll onto your side and come to face me. And you don't need any equipment for this, just yourself. So I'm going to be up on my hip. and I'm going to be on my elbow. Good. Now, this bottom rib, put your hand on it and lift it up. And make sure you've not sunk into your collarbone. So everything's lifted and lengthened. Okay? Hand is lightly on the floor. If you can do this with your top leg extended, do. We're going to lift the hip. Okay? If you need to come back to here, that's fine. So watch me first if you're not sure. I'm going to take a breath in. As I breathe out, I'm going to brace my abs. I'm going to lift this rib as high as I can get it. And then I'm going to extend this arm over. So nice banana shape. And then come on back down slowly. Now, if that's too much load, you can leave your hip on the floor and just extend, lifting the ribs and the arm. Good. So if you feel like you could add a little bit more resistance, you can straighten both legs. My top leg is over my bottom leg. So still got a fairly wide base, and then I'm lifting from there. Now that might just take you to the point where it's too much on either the shoulder, the neck, or the back. So see how you feel. And you can hold up, and you can just move the arm. That can be with straight legs or bent legs. I'm just going to do 2 more breaths. And then I'm coming down, swinging my legs around so that I'm sitting up because I want to release this side of the body now. So coming up and over, lengthening, holding it there. And then come on down onto the other side. So we will feel strong into the shoulders and the upper body. Set yourself up with bent knees and stacked hips first so you know where you should be. Lift the rib. Start with one straight leg if you think you'll be okay with that. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, float the arm, press into the elbow and lift the pelvis. Good, nice big banana shape. And come on down slowly on the in-breath. Keeping everything switched on and connected. So I know my shoulder's not great on this side, so just going to see how far I can take it. Option to scissor the legs, one in front of the other. Now the hardest option is to stay up and just move the arm, holding that side plank. I don't think my shoulder's going to be happy with that. So I am going to lift and lower, and I'm going to go back to a bent lower leg. Make sure you are breathing in on the lift, breathing out on the lower. Or we are holding, just floating the arm. I'm going to do one more. And then I'm coming down and I'm sitting back up. Good. Lengthening, coming across, extending the waist and the shoulder. Taking some breaths there. And release. Super. Okay. So I'm going to turn the length of my mat now, and I'm going to do my full seated roll back. So if you want to use your band around your feet or in your hands. And you can start with bent or straight legs. So I'm going to start at a more basic level. My feet are hip distance apart. My spine is straight. I'm tilting my pelvis, coming off my bum bones to my tailbone. I'm just going to roll halfway for my first one, but you can go as far as you feel comfortable with. So our ultimate goal is to be able to roll all the way down smoothly without momentum. It will be to straighten the legs if that's appropriate for you. And it might be to work with the band just in the hands, if you feel comfortable with that. Make sure that your heels remain on the floor. And you move slowly through the spine. So it might even take you 4 or 5 breaths to get up and down. So options, you can add that forward flexion if that feels nice. Bringing in that stretch to the hamstring and the lower back. Lovely. Nice rotations through the waist if you want those. Just on the way down, not on the way up. Keep moving slowly, so it's one continuous flow. So we are connected through the abs. Every way we move, down and up. Only pausing and switching off at the bottom. I'm gonna do one more round. Gonna finish in the seated position. So one more round if you can. If you've had enough, just come to the seated position and relax. Once you've finished, come into a slump stretch. It might feel nice to go into a cross-leg forward fold, so you can do that if you like. Cross your legs, aim your elbows and your forehead towards the floor, and take some breaths there. Uncurl the spine slowly. Super, come on back down onto your back, please. So head support if you want it. I'm gonna put my right ankle on my left knee. Press it back, arms coming out to the side. I'm gonna roll this leg slowly to the right. And then slowly to the left, keeping my hip open. And then if that feels okay, I'm gonna pick my left leg up off the floor, and that's maybe arms out or maybe holding. And you can hold or rock in that position. Coming back to center and changing legs. Rolling gently. Picking the leg up if you can. Coming back to center. Lovely, come on down. Let's go for a double leg press into a V-sit. So nothing under your head. And you can do this again with a band on the feet, or you can just do it using your body weight. So we want the knees bent, the elbows tucked in, the spine stays curved, as we roll and we find our balance point. So now we want the heels to stay off the floor. And unlike that long, slow roll back we did before, there is a bit of momentum. So if it feels good to get your bottom off the floor, get your bottom off the floor, tuck your head in, make sure your spine is curved, make sure your spine is flexible enough to accommodate bum off the floor. So nice curved roll back down and find your balance point. Going to hold the last one up if we can. Balance. Now we want the legs a little bit straighter but not locked, and then we'll come into teaser. So drop and pull. Bend your knees a lot more if it's pulling on your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down, bring the knees in, get rid of the band if you're using a band. Good. So from there, let's have a little breather. I'm going to put my block back under my head. You just lock your right arm around the back of your right leg, pull it in. So bent leg hamstring stretch, and then I'm sliding the left leg away to get a stretch into my hip flexor on this side. I'm going to draw my right leg out to the side of the body without the pelvis twisting. So I've got my left hand on my hip to keep it down. Nice deep stretch on the groin and the inner thigh. And then I'm coming back to center and I'm taking that foot down. I'm changing legs. Bring this leg in. Lock behind and hug. Slide the bottom leg away. Rotate out to the left side without the pelvis twisting. On the right side, feel the stretch on the inner thigh and groin. Super, come on back and down. Lovely, let's roll onto the tummy. Let's do some back extension. So grab your chi ball, hands on top. Maybe you need some more air in it, maybe it'll be okay. As long as you can get a roll in it, then you're fine. So can you take your feet the width of the mat and then rotate them so you're in a ballet second position, if you like. So you're resting your big toes on the floor. Head comes to the mat. Hands are on top of rather than at the side of the ball. You want to be able to push down on it. I'm taking a breath in. As I breathe out, squeeze the glutes, push the hip bones into the floor, come up to an extension with straight arms. Rolling away, your head drops between the arms, breathing in. Breathing out to pull and extend. Breathing in to roll and lower. Breathing out to pull and extend. Breathing out to roll and lower. Guys, if everything's okay, squeeze the glutes on your next pull, hamstring curl. Exhaling on the way up, pausing for a second, rolling down. Just 2 more. So hamstrings, glutes, lower back, shoulders. So all the muscles up the posterior chain of the body. And then relax. Super. Just draw the arms in. Turn your head to one side. Take a couple of breaths there. Lovely. Draw the hands right underneath the shoulders now and push yourself back and release that lower back now. So bum towards the feet. Hands to the ankles will help to relax the shoulders. So we've been in extension, we now want to be in flexion. Bring your hands to the side of your knees. Support your body weight. Uncurl your spine. Super. Come down onto your bottom and we'll finish with a leg stretch. So support your head if you want to. Band coming around the right foot. So let's have, if we can, a dynamic stretch. So stretching with a bit of movement. So bottom leg extends. My right hand's coming near the top of the band. My left hand coming on the floor. Dropping the right leg to the side. Stabilizing on the left. Big circle. Come up, pause in the hamstring and go the opposite way. Out to the side and up to the top. Pause in the hamstring. So I've got my band fairly tight. My tummy pulled in. Pausing on the hamstring and then rotating through the inner thigh, the outer thigh, back up. Lovely. Nice big circle. Next one is your last one. And then let's hold this last one up the top. 2 hands back on the band, elbows down. Can you now flex and point the foot and hold the hamstring stretch? Lovely. Drawing in and changing legs, please. Sliding out the right leg, then left hand coming near the top, right hand stabilizing on the right side. Round we go. So try not to do this too quickly. Try to focus on a big range of movement. Can you get that leg to move a little bit further without your pelvis rotating? So we do need to keep the abdominals switched on so that we've got pelvic stability. Time, finding that hamstring on the pause. Last one. Coming up and holding, 2 hands on the band, elbows on the floor. Deepen the hamstring stretch. Slowly flex and point at the foot and ankle if you can. Bend the knee, slip your foot out of the band and join me on all fours, please. So let's roll through cat stretch just a couple of times. Full length of the spine if you can manage it. Toes under, coming into downward dog. transferring back and pedaling the feet. And then walking hands towards feet. And then rolling up slowly through a curved spine. Head coming up last. Lovely. Coming into the standing position when you are ready there. So let's take the arms up. Can we hold the left wrist? Lengthen. Come across, let the hip push away if it wants to. Coming up, holding, lengthening, coming over to the side, and up, and lowering, shoulder roll, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Release the spine. Thank you very much indeed. Come on in.